Hi, I'm Arran. Now, quite a while back I did kind of a review on some Power Ranger pop-up cards. And I said I'd do a review on the rest of the cards I had, which is these here. And I do have the regular versions of these as well, but these are different to the regular ones. And I absolutely love the packaging. Excuse the fact that it's beaten up, but as I said in the last video, I got these on eBay, which were actually left in a warehouse back in the day when the warehouse shut down, or when the warehouse got taken over. And these were left in the warehouse back in the day. And so when the guy listed them on eBay, I snapped them up. They're brand new as well. They were still in their sealed packaging. They hadn't even been opened. So they look, so they're fantastic. You do get some special ones in this as well, which I'll show you in a bit. I'll just take you around the box. Here's the side of the box. Here's the other side of the box. And if I show you the back, it's got the writing of where they came from and who the company was, which is Swan Brands Entertainment. And at the time, the movie was shown on Fox Kids Network, which is, years ago. I'm not afraid to admit this. Before I get into the cards, I'm going to come straight out and say this. To me, Power Rangers is my life. If Power Rangers was not around by now, I don't know what I'd be watching. I don't even know what I'd be collecting. It's like, I think if Power Rangers wasn't around right now, I think my room would be empty. As you can see by the amount of stuff I have in here, I'm a huge Power Rangers fan. So anyway, these cards are quite different to the regular ones. So anyway, let's get on to these cards. Oh, and I have the whole set, by the way. So I'm not going to show you the whole box of cards because we'll be here all day. Because there's about 150 of them, maybe more. So I'm just going to show you some of them, and then. So, ironically, the first ones I picked out are the Pink Ranger, in the Jessie suits, which is Kimberly, and I love the her metallic name on the bottom. And if I turn it round, it says stuff about her on the back, which is by now you guys know anyway. And next one is, of course, the leader himself, JDF of Tommy Oliver in the ninja suit at the very end of the movie, actually. I think this was. And again, on the back it tells you stuff about him. Again, I love the metallic file naming of him on the bottom there. So on to the next card, which is, ironically, Ivan Ooze and his kids, as he likes to say. And again, some of these cards I absolutely love. In fact, I love the whole lot. And again, looks fantastic. And on the back, it shows you, or tells you a bit about him, which again we all know. Now there is a chance in this set, and in the other set actually as well, that you do get copies. Because in the other set I've actually managed, where I got copies of each card, I was able to make 2 sets out of the cards. So here are the kids after they've been brainwashed. Back at, I believe, tell me if I'm wrong guys in the comments, I believe here it's at Ernie's Juice Bar, the one in the movie. And what's funny about this is, a while back, about a year before COVID, JDF went back to where they actually filmed the movie, and ironically he took a picture of himself standing where this was shot. So just brings back a lot of memories, this, and specifically seeing him dressed as or not dressed as a White Ranger, but seeing him in this place. Again, it says stuff about them on the back. And of course, the comedy duo, Vulcan Skull, aka Jason Harvey and Paulie Schreier, which are 2 great guys, absolutely love them. Very stupid, in a nice way of course. And you've probably seen in my other videos, we made some fake pies, and I took them to Liverpool Comic Con 2019 and got them signed. I'll drop a picture in. Again, it says stuff on the back about them, which again is fantastic. One thing I will say, they weren't used as often as I think they should have been in the movie. Because these are one of the most, or these are the two of the most iconic characters in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And to me, they weren't used that much in the movie. They should have been used a lot more. So, on the next card we have the Yellow Ranger in the Bearzord, in the Ninja Bearzord, as they're called. Again, and she's in the suit, which I've said this before in other videos. I absolutely love the movie suits. To this day, I love them. And in New York, Planet Hollywood, in Times Square, they actually have these on show in Planet Hollywood. And fun fact, in Planet Hollywood in London, in the UK, they have the Steve Haldinus Red Ranger suit, which I have been to see. I'll tell you a funny thing about that, is they've labelled his suit on the banner telling you about him and the suit. They've labelled his suit as the movie suit, which it clearly isn't. And even he's commented on it, saying it isn't. And he's actually told them that it's not for the movie as well. So hopefully, next time I go up, they would have changed it. And tell you what's funny, talking about Steve Haldinus and the Red Ranger, ironically, here's his card, which I did not plan at all, by the way. Again, fantastic picture of him. He actually looks quite peed off and moody in that picture. And I love moody characters in Power Rangers. Especially when they're evil Rangers. And on the back it says stuff about him. And again on the front, I'm going to show you the front again, it says his name in metallic writing. And the next one I'm going to show you is even more ironic. It's Ivan Ooze in disguise in downtown Angel Grove, giving away his ooze for free. Which, ironically, I don't know if you can see it, I've got some of it behind me. I will say though, it's not the actual ooze from the movie. It's not that. It's one I got from somebody I buy quite a bit from. But again, it says stuff on the back. Turn it around again, it's got in metallic writing. And the next one is JDF, or Tommy, should I say, beating the absolute what's it out of a Tanga. Which, to be honest, I nearly swore that I had to stop myself. But yeah, and again, it says stuff on the back, looks phenomenal. And this one is, ironically, I've come across a pop-up card, which I'm not going to open up, because you've seen all my pop-up cards already. I'll show you one more pile of cards, and then that'll be it. And again, here's Billy and Arran getting about to be attacked by Tangers. And they look fantastic, these cards. I love them. File writing again. If I turn it round, it has them right up on the back. Again, as usual. And here we have Zordon, out of his energy tube, for which keeps him alive. This was just after Ivanhoe's wrecked the command center. Fun fact, there's actually in Power Rangers been 4 different Zordons. There's been David Fielding, who was the first ever Zordon. Then when he left, after the first 31 episodes, they still used his face, but they had another guy doing his voice. Then they have this guy who I actually don't know the name of, which is bad considering I love Power Rangers. Then they had the one in the Lionsgate Power Rangers movie from 2017, which I like. In fact, I love it, even though most people aren't keen on it. I like it. And then we have the one in Turbo and in Space. Because in Turbo and in Space, it's the same guy. But, yeah. Fun fact about Zordon is this is the first time you ever see the whole of Zordon's body. You never see Zordon's body. It's always his head. And you may notice the thing that's different about this Zordon is he's a lot older as well. He ages when he comes out his tube. And again, it says stuff on the back about him. So I'll move on to the next card, which I did not plan this at all. It's Ooze again. But you may notice he looks different and he's in a different pose to the last one you saw. And again, I absolutely love Ivanhoe's. A lot of people say they should bring him back, which would be great, but I don't know how they do that, because obviously he got blown up at the end of the 1995 movie. But then also a lot of people have also said they should bring Goldor back, which I would absolutely love. Even Karrigan Mayhem, the guy that did Zordon's voice, said they should bring him back. So yeah, I reckon they should definitely bring Ooze back, Ooze and Goldor back, but I don't know how. And I'm going to let you in on a little secret. There's possibility that Hasbro is doing a animated series of Power Rangers as well as the normal show, which will be great. I think, and I'll definitely tune in and watch it. And there's another little project that JDF is doing the voiceover for. It's not Power Rangers related, but it kind of is, but it's not directly aimed at Power Rangers. So I'll post the link to the Instagram page of that. But yeah, anyway, back to the cards. I love this one of these. Looks great. Fun fact, he actually had to make him look taller, he had to wear high heels. Which obviously you never saw because they were under his coat. But the guy that played Ivanhoe's, Paul Freeman, had to wear high heels to make him taller. And what's even more funny about that is when they called him to offer him to be Ivanhoe's, he was in London filming a show, and they phoned him, offered him the job to be Ivanhoe's. He jumped at it, so he had one day left of filming the show in London, and then he went straight to New Zealand to film the Mighty Morphin movie. I think it was New Zealand where they filmed it, but I could be wrong. I'll have a look at where they filmed it and I'll put it in the description. Because I think, don't quote me on this, but I think Paul Freeman is actually English. And if you get a chance to meet him at cons, go and meet him. Because from what I've heard from other Rangers, he's a great guy. I have unfortunately never had the chance to meet him yet. But I do plan to next time I see him at a con. So anyway, on to the next card, which is the Rangers round Zordon's broken tube, right at the end of the movie before they use the ninjetti powers to bring him back to life. And to be absolutely honest, I love that scene. It's a very emotional scene. Funny thing is, it actually made me quite emotional watching it. It made me a little bit sad, and I think I even did shed a tear. And when he first comes back to life and you hear him taking a gasp of breath, that used to always make me jump back, because I was never expecting it, especially when I saw it in the movie with the surround sound speakers and he did it. I was like, Jesus Christ. And fun fact, I actually saw this movie 3 times in 1 week when it first came out. That's how obsessed I was with the movie, and still I am to this day. You've all seen my Ivanhoe's 3D printed head. So anyway, on to the next card, which is the JDF card with him posing on the rocks in, I think it was the jungle of Phaedos. Actually, this was filmed. Phaedos, for those of you that don't know, is a planet that Dulcea lived on. She was the master warrior of the planet. I absolutely love this card. I've said that about all the cards so far, sorry guys. Look, they look great, love the pose. I love the font of the writing as well. Font looks great. And again, says stuff on the back about JDF, or Tommy, as he's known on the card. And here's a funny one. It's Bob and Skull with Ivan Ooze, or ooze tipped all over them, and purple ooze tipped all over them. And funny thing about this was, when this happened, it wasn't just a little tub of it. Bob and Skull told me about this. It was a complete whole entire bucket to make him look like he does in this picture. So yeah, that was funny. And fun fact, I believe, I don't know on this, so I'm not 100% sure, but I believe Bulk now owns this bucket. I think he brought the bucket because it had memories of him, for him. So I think he brought the bucket, which I find quite amusing. So again, it's got their name in metallic, shiny writing, and theirs is actually blue writing. So on to the next card, which is them just outside the Temple of the Secret, where the secret ninja powers are. And this is near the end of the movie, and I mean right near the end of the movie. Which, again, this was a great movie. Loved the way it was filmed. Loved the idea of it. And again, funny thing with this is they're not in this picture, but I'll let you in on something. All the rock monsters you saw at the end of this were styrofoam. They were all styrofoam suits. I know that because I watched a behind the scenes thing. And even the dinosaur things in the jungle, where the dinosaurs come alive, where the skeletons come alive, they were styrofoam as well. And if you look really closely on those, you can see the wire of it being held up, and the wire is actually on a crane, I believe, to make it look as though they're actually moving, which is very clever actually. And again, on the back of it, it says stuff about them, which I absolutely love. Again, and the last three cards I'm going to show you is of the young boy Fred, and trying to save the parents of Angel Grove, including his father. who is brainwashed to bring up the, or to dig up with the rest of the parents. Ivan uses ectomorphicons, which are the main monsters. And again, I've never met the guy that played the young boy. So here it says bits about him on the back. Again, I think it's a great idea they put stuff about him on the back. So anyway, on to the next card, which is the parents of Angel Grove being oozed, so to speak. And here it is again. Here's a better shot of it. And if I turn it over like that, it says stuff about it. And the last card I'm going to show you, because I have so many in this set, I haven't shown you them all, so I've got over 100, I think. Tommy, Adam and Rocky standing on the rock face in, I think, the planet Phaedos. And I'm gonna flip it over to show you what's on the back. Again, it's right up on the back. But yeah, that's these cards. Not all of them again, because geez, there's over 100, and I'd be here for probably a week. So yeah, that's some of the cards. I do have the whole set, and what I will let you in on really quick is these actually only cost me £30 for a set of over 100 of these, and they only cost me 30 quid, which is just amazing. So yeah, that's it on the cards. Now I'm going to show you the even more special ones. So now I'm going to show you the holographic ones, but first off I'm going to show you these cartoony looking ones, which are also rare ones, which is this one here, which is the Ninja Falcon Megazord, which is kind of metallic, I think. So yeah, this one's a rare one, and if I turn it over, it says stuff on the back. And the other one that's like this is the Aisha's Bearzord, which again is kind of metallic-y looking, and again looks great. I'll flip it over, it has that on the back again telling you about it. Now onto the holographic ones, which are Tommy the White Ranger, which again I absolutely love these cards. Again, I say they're very rare. very rare, and if you find these on their own, they will be expensive. So the next one is Billy the Blue Ranger. Next one is Tanga, the Black Ranger, Arran, which again looks great, absolutely fantastic. I absolutely love these cards. Very glad I picked these up. Last year I think I picked these up. So next one is Dulcia, Master Warrior of Phaedos. Again, she is a really rare one to find. A fun fact, there was another person that actually auditioned to be her, and then something happened and the other person had to drop out, so they brought this one back. So the next one is Vulcan Skull, who again are a great comic duo. I love these guys. Met them quite a few times now. Great guys, like having a laugh. They even did one of the Arran and Cole show Christmas jokes, which I will leave in the description below. And the next one is Ivan Ooze in downtown Angel Grove, trying to sell off his, or not sell off, he was giving away his free ooze to kind of turn the parents of Angel Grove into zombies. But yeah, great card again. And the last one is Tanga. Again, great card. Love these cards. Again, I'm very pleased I got these, and also the back of these cards are absolutely fantastic. The same Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie. And one of the things that I've just noticed about this card, I don't know if they all have it, but they actually have a picture of one of Ooze's minions, so to speak, on the card, which I didn't realise. And I don't know if the others do have that. Anyway, that's it on these. Bye bye for now, and I'll see you later.